No problem.
There's 22 runners and they're pretty good at this stage. It rush, but they are bang on time, jumping off on the mark of 5:25. Well done, Paddy Graffin. They make their way towards the first, and the Quinn Bet Novice Handicap chase, listed chase over 2.5 miles anyway, is right up in the early stages. So too, it's like they said, Kiss Will, but straight 2 is Soldier of the Storm, but the one that's going to go on is Jet to Vegas. So Jet to Vegas with Soldier of the Storm, Caramoja and Kishbank are right up there too, with You're a Dreamer. Anyway, and Wingman sit behind the pace. Shuffle the Deck, good position just in behind the leaders. On the outside in the blue jacket, that's Old Man River. Change your rider. Ricky Doyle is now aboard this one, not as per your morning card. Ballygunner Castle's in the quarter jacket, yellow and navy. Then Noble Park in the white colours down the inside. You're a Dreamer was awkward there, as the back marker in the early stages is Raglan Road. Funiculi Funicula, right a picture, 3/4 ways back, with plenty of light on the outside of Punchestown. One that's right back in the field is Norn Iron. As they take the fence, it'll be the last and circus time. And over in front, to Vegas, leads them out over as they all take it safely. From in second spot, Soldier of the Storm, and they're chased by Kishbank and Caramoja, the 2 Jigginstown runners. Anyway is down the inside. You're a Dreamer and Wingman keep company on Gorgeous is next. He's Gorgeous is next on the outside of Ballygunner Castle. Old Man River is wide of Shuffle the Deck, and then Noble Park, and they're being chased by You Oughta Know. Further back to Funiculi Funicula with Spread Boss Ted next to the field. Portia Lanes on the outside of Ian Lorenzo and Alcalina. Wide out in the track is behind this group. Towards the back of the field, Raglan Road alongside Park of Kings as they take their way out over this one and swing right-hand to Portia Lane, a little bit awkward. So into the turn they go, and it is Jet to Vegas who takes them along under Derek Fox, with Soldier of the Storm who's close second. The 2 UK Raiders and John Joe O'Neill Jr. sits second, and they're being followed. One that's dropping out, Davy Kiswell.
Yeah, we saw him made that error at the first, and again they really blitzed down over the first 2 fences, and that would put the test on these novices going that speed. A lot of them wouldn't have gone that pace in their career over fences, but as you saw then, the tempo just died down past in the stands. But we're here, turn the bend on that downhill down across the side of the track. You see the speedometer rise up gradually as they race down the hill, but usually spread out across the track. There's a different jockeys have a different opinion now, but it'd be a lovely race to ride in. As you see in that picture there, everybody seems to have enough room and look and see where they're going, and the horses will be the same.
They have another fence to jump before they make the turn into the back straight. They're all safely over that. Jet to Vegas on the inside. Old Man Dingle are making ground up on the outside. Soldier of the Storm is right there in the centre, along with Caramoja. Kishbank close in behind the pace as they take that one. Stephanie You Oughta Know surrendered a bit of ground, and at the back of the field, getting a reminder, there's Park of Kings, the reserve under Cornerstone Walsh. She got it wrong, pulled up quickly. There was Portia Lane is out of it, so they make their way into the back straight, and out front on the inside it is Jet to Vegas with Soldier of the Storm, and then just behind these Caramoja, Old Man Dingle and Kishbank with Wingmen next, and then down the inside as he's Gorgeous. Funiculi Funicula is towards the outside. Shuffle the Deck is just moving slightly forward now. Lost one there. The one of the Jigginstown ones is gone. Caramoja was the faller at that one and could have brought down one with it. We picked up one. Spread Boss Ted is the one that's gone with him. So now on the inside, Soldier of the Storm is on the outside of Jet to Vegas. Old Man Dingle pecking on Langdon there was Kishbank. Funiculi Funicula making ground with He's Gorgeous, and then Wingman. Shuffle the Deck the outside. Ballygunner Castle trying to make ground on the inside as they are followed by You're a Dreamer. Norn Iron is trying to make it ground into it. Raglan Road is racing wide of You Oughta Know, and they're followed in behind by I Am Lorenzo. Anyway is ridden. Kiss Will is trying to pick up towards the back of the field. Alcalina and Noble Park have dropped right out as they make their way now on the turn out of the back straight, and it's Jet to Vegas who still leads. Soldier of the Storm is second. Old Man Dingle just behind them. Kishbank, Ballygunner Castle, Wingman, He's Gorgeous, and then Funiculi Funicula, who continues to catch the eye. Shuffle the Deck is right, and that one slipstream, and they're followed by I Am Lorenzo, who's back in the field. Davey, pick one out from there.
Yeah, it looks like that race in Cork is going to come to the fore here. We see Wingmen and Funiculi Funicula. Both of them horses took each other on in Mallow in Cork that day, and they're looming large on the outside. Also the JP McManus horse making his move. He's travelling well up against the hill.
And Spread Boss Ted getting into it too as they head now towards the third last, and it's Old Man Dingle being followed by Funiculi Funicula. Shuffle the Deck is on the outside. Right into it now, He's Gorgeous and Dunamiler. Ballygunner Castle comes down the inside as they land over that one. Mistake there. Wingman has dropped back a half a length, but Funiculi Funicula on the outside for Paul Townend with Old Man Dingle on the inner. Shuffle the Deck, and Norn Iron is beginning to get right into it as well as they make the turn towards home. Next behind these, He's Gorgeous, and then Spread Boss Tate as they straighten up now towards the second last. And it's Funiculi Funicula asked for effort. On the far side is Ballygunner Castle. Right in the centre of the track, Spread Boss Tate, Old Man Dingle. Mistake by Norn Iron. He's Gorgeous. Shuffle the decks under maximum pressure as well. But it's Funiculi Funicula who still holds the advantage. Norn Iron, Spread Boss Tate, Ballygunner Castle over on the far side for Danny Mullins. One fence left to jump. Funiculi Funicula is over from Norn Iron on the near side, but Funiculi Funicula is beginning to lengthen. Above in second is Norn Iron, who's trying to close them down, but they're going to be singing in the winner's enclosure because Funiculi Funicula for Paul TownendWinning Mullins have taken it. Norn Iron, Spread Boss Tate, Ballygunner Castle, He's Gorgeous, and Shuffle the Deck. Then Old Man Dingle and Kiss Will with I Am Lorenzo Wingman. They're chased home by Soldier of the Storm out Kalila, and next up behind these were Kishbank, and I think the final finisher was Park of Kings. Jet to Vegas pulled up, Raglan Road pulled up, Noble Park pulled up, so too did Anyway, and so too did You Ought to Know. But it is Funiculi Funicula, owned by Michael O'Riordan and Seamus Hennessy, trained by Willie Mullins. His French-bred son of Storm the Stars has come out on top. Another one for Paul.
Absolutely great ride for Paul, and watch him, the determination down over the last three fences. He really asked for maximum effort. He was quite confident that the horse would stay the step up and trip definitely suited him. He travelled well through the race. He had plenty of light throughout, and you know, he got a lovely spin around, but it's from here on home. Paul had committed off the bend, that downhill run to the second last. You can do it on the chase course, not so much on the hurdle course. You run down off the bend and watch him here down to the second last. Ask for maximum effort. Horse responds, gives a little bit of a nod, but didn't lose anything, didn't lose any momentum. And again, watch him here, never comes up off his back. Spots a long one, a good stride at the last. Paul is looking for effort, and the horse responds all the way, flicks an ear and pays attention to what he's done. Great to watch. And them two fences down against the hill are, you know, you need to be good and positive over them.
Had grade 1 form behind Honesty Policy when third, grade 1 form behind Final Demand. Is a winner at the Punchestown Festival. Katie speaking to Paul.
Paul, well done. Another winner here on the card. A competitive handicap chase and very good prize money.
Very good prize money indeed. No, look, a nice horse who ended up in it probably by accident, just by not having a clear run throughout the season. A horse I've always thought a lot of, and just things haven't really gone right for him, and he was becoming a little bit frustrating, but he put it all together the last day to overcome 2 miles around Cork on nice ground. I pricked my ears when I heard he'd won down there that day, and this race was on the cards from then, so good bit of placing, but an improving horse. You
said you half missed the start, did you?
I did. We were coming too early, too soon at him, and when I eased back, I got left behind the front row a little bit, and I wasn't fast at the first, but he jumped so well. I just went for a clear run, kept out a bit like Mark did in the first race, and he jumped his way into a lovely position without doing too much work.
Must say it looked like a lovely race to ride in. I mean, the lads are going from the inside to the middle to the outside.
It was out where I was anyway.
Safe where you are anyway. Well, you'd want to be safe where you are, because you have 2 very exciting rides coming up, King Rasco and Lassie Mount, of course.
Yeah, 2 big bullets. Rasco was obviously very good in Cheltenham. Hopefully he can back it up here again today, and Lassie is Lassie. I can't give her any more plaudits than
who doesn't love Lassie?
Exactly. If you don't like Lassie, you have to have a look at yourself, I think.
Yeah. Well, listen, Paul, we'll let you go. You're busy, but it's been a great festival so far.
Yeah, thanks, Katie.
Well done.
Bye.
You were right. You were right, Seamus.
Well, you know, as Scarlett O'Hara said in the movie Gone with the Wind, we have to test our chances. And you know what? They were tested here today. And in fairness to Paul Townend, he did a marvellous steering job. We're thrilled with that. But, you know, we got an awful lot of information and support and knowledge from Emmett Mullins, my past student. And Willie, as you know, is a past student of the college in Rossgrey. But my great benefactor, who's here with the entourage here, if you pan back to it, from STL Logistics, who Michael O'Riordan, my colleague in the business, we've been so lucky, and we're thrilled here today in Punchestown, and we're so delighted with Sue, Janet Creighton and all the team here, like Conor O'Neill, who pulled out all the stops.
The tip in itself when Paul chose to ride him first-handed.
Well, look, sure, we didn't want to be tipping anything like that. The closest we can do is tip a bucket of water, but at the same time, in fairness to Paul Townend, he said he fancied it really well, and he was so happy with it, particularly after, you know, when Harry Cobden came to Ireland a few weeks ago, he'd note on his jotter And we were so delighted down in Cork, not too far from your own territory, to be able to give him his first win in the nation, in the island of Ireland. And after 3 or 4 losses on Cork's card, he turned up trumps with Funiculi Funicula. So look, all odds and omens were in our favour.
It was a great tipster, Brendan O'Rourke. He'd have tipped that.
And you know what? I asked him would he come along this week, and he's a great man, such a Gaeilgeoir. Níl Lehéad around Arish, and he's a great old stalwart of Gaeilge. He's been a tutor of mine for so many years, and as we're looking through the camera today, I want to say to Brendan O'Rourke, Mila Buekas Brendan. He's a great old stalwart of Irish racing. He can't be here today, but I hope he's going to join us in Cheltenham next year.
Cardigas, Tugabuggy, Gulfbog.
Because Galair, Slán Tamil, Ganari and Talib Galair, Os Punchestown, Slán Tamil.